bitterness and resentment only hurt one person, and it's not the person we are resenting, it is us. Anger will never disappear so long as thoughts of resentment are cherished in the mind. Anger will disappear just as soon as thoughts of resentment are forgotten. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ifechi Health and Wellness. Why am I talking about resentment on this channel today? It's based on the discussion I had with somebody just recently. And the Bible verse I want us to use before I talk about that is in Job 5 verse 2. And the bit I want us to take from that verse is, resentment kills a fool. Job 5:2. Resentment kills a fool. You know, if anybody will be resentful on this earth, is Job. Because for reasons only known to God and Satan, Job lost everything: money, his children, his health. But he never resented God. What actually does resent or being resentful, what does that mean? To resent means it's like a feeling of anger. When you're angry, I resent you. Oh, feeling of anger, displeasure at something regarded as wrong or insult or injury. Why I'm talking about this is the person I spoke with and the word the person used. Oh, I resent that person. Oh, it makes me, each time I see her, my blood boils. I'm like, wow, to that extent? What actually did this person do? And the reason they gave was very, very flimsy thing that the other person may not even know that this other person resents them and feels that way, full of bitterness, because the way she was talking, I'm like, have you tried to talk to this person about this? Because the way you're looking at it may not actually be how they are looking at it or what they think or the way they acted. He said, no, I'm not going to there or know what they're doing. And this person in question told me that their blood pressure is quite high. They don't sleep very well in the night and all the rest of it. So she is now developing all kinds of health problems because of resentment, because of bitterness. While the other person is walking around, they don't even know that she resents them or that there's something that they've done or are doing that she does not like. Who actually is a resentful person? If you are resentful, you feel ill towards somebody, mixed feeling, envy, and that's exactly what this person was feeling towards somebody else, and that is clearly making her very unwell. Sometimes people suffer from all sorts, and when they do investigation or they check them out, they will not even notice anything that is wrong with that person. But it's just the bitterness, resentment, anger, envy. All these things happens on a daily basis. And if care is not taken, it can start controlling people's life. Even in marriages, it will surprise you that even in marriages, that some couples resent each other. And how you will know? Because this person, when she's a lady, she mentioned this thing happening at work, and she now said, yeah, and there was something else I was asking her, and she now mentioned her own spouse at home, that's exactly what he does and all that. I'm like, this person, when somebody is complaining about everybody, you wonder who actually has the problem. Is it you or is it that person? From what we discussed, I picked out some things. The fact that this person has no self self-esteem is very, very low. Her self-esteem was very low. She's not sure of herself. She always thinks that somebody else is talking about her, and that because she's like this, I said it the other time about people feeling very odd about themselves. If you are not tall, you think, oh, because they're treating me like this because I'm not tall. If you're too tall, you think, oh, because I'm too tall, that's why they're treating me like this. People always find something. So once you start finding all these faults about yourself, it makes it so difficult. Because from what I could gather, this person has very low self-esteem and tends to pick issues and grudges here and there. So I talk to her as much as I can. I say, look, your health is being affected because you're taking on too much. And these people that you're bearing these grudges against, you mentioned your spouse as well, somebody you live at home with. You're having all these grudges, people you work with in the workplace, you're having all this issue with that particular person. So where do you actually have your peace? How do you derive your peace? You don't have peace at home. Then in the workplace where you work with people, you don't have any peace. What kind of life is that? I was asking her, and she just will not see my own point of view. Resentment is similar, it has similar negative emotion to hatred, except that resentment is a reaction to being mistreated. The person will start reacting to being mistreated, and sometimes it can just be their perception. So for us to actually live a decent life and stop accumulating problems for ourselves, we should try as much as possible to avoid resentment, because it has very big effect on our general health and well-being. I know that there's always an enormous physical burden to being hurt and disappointed by somebody. However, try and forgive, try and discuss it, try and trash it out with that person, and forgive that person and move on for your own sanity, for your own health. Because this person, I was so concerned about her when she shared how this controls her life. And there are so many people in that situation. Why are you holding on and causing problems for yourself? Somebody will be developing one thing or the other. You're passing sleepless nights. You need your sleep. You need your peace. But because of this kind of resentment, some people are actually eating themselves up. And it's not good. So, my topic today is, don't give in to resentment. Forgive them. Forgive them. It doesn't mean that you're still dying with the person, but forgive people for your own sanity. Resentment kills a fool, as in Job 5:2. If you want God's generosity, be generous to others. If you want the assurance of God's forgiveness, extend forgiveness to others. And I'm going to stop this here. I hope this has spoken to somebody. Let us have an open mind and stop causing. There's enough problem in the world. Let us stop causing problem for ourselves. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye and God bless.